Welcome back. And I could not be any more sad right now, having heard about the death of beloved F.R.I.E.N.D Matthew Perry. I mean, I'm not surprised. The guy, like, from all accounts, was like a massive crackhead, so the fact that he's, died young is not that surprising, but, like, if you were a 90s kid, he's kind of like an institution, you know what I mean? So it's kind of sad news, honestly. Pathologic, though. We've got some sad shit going on in this, honestly. I'm assuming what's going to happen tomorrow, based on what we've been told, is that my reputation is either going to take a massive hit or just be completely wiped out completely, and I'm no longer going to have access to anything useful. So I'm thinking maybe I just spend up my money, like all of it, now. I just do a quick tour of the food shops and get stocked up. Maybe get a little bit of medicine in as well. I don't know how low reputation I have to be to have kids stop wanting to trade with me. I'm not sure it's possible to get that low, but it might be. So in the interest of safety, it might be sensible to get a little bit of immunity stuff, a little bit of infection stuff. I'm pretty good on health stuff, I think, generally. Maybe even swing by the bar and get some coffee as well, because that stuff can be especially useful in the right circumstances. And if my circumstances are going to be, hey, you aren't allowed to sleep because no one will let you in the house anymore, like, I don't know how serious this is going to be. So I guess prepare for any eventuality. Or maybe the Shabnakadir was just lying to me because it's a horrible creature made of clay and supposedly here to wipe out the residents of the town. Like, not exactly the most trustworthy sort of person, but, we'll believe it. Okay, we can't go to the pub. Not allowed in the pub tonight. I guess that's fine. I mean, it's worth noting that we do have a fairly decent supply of lockpicks, so can use those to a pretty generous degree if we get particularly short on anything. Yo, I want to buy. That's 7. I don't have 7, but I will take the vegetables for 5. Thank you. Be about your business. Right, I don't need to trade with any of those anymore. Completely out of anything I can give those guys, so... Okay, this guy's got a pretty good stock. I might just buy all of his alpha tablets. I've got 2 infection beaters, which is probably going to be fine. Like, even if my reputation gets completely cleared, I'll be able to build it up again the following night, and I'm not going to need more than 2 of these in a single day. Got plenty of bandages. Honestly, yeah, I'm kind of fine for medical stuff. I think I do want to get a bit more food in, maybe. There's another food shop just down here, so this feels like the place to go. I did do a tour of all the food shops, but I don't really think I bought much, right? I was just looking for fresh meat at the time. If it wasn't for that, like clearing out half my fucking money, then I'd be in a slightly better position. In fact, I've got 4 vegetables, 3 fish, 2 meat. I'm not bad on food, but I'll grab 1 more vegetables from this guy. Because even though that does seem like quite a lot of food, like, it would take all those vegetables to get an empty hunger bar back up to anything approaching full. So, like, you get through a lot of food. You get through a lot of food very quickly. Have we looked at the oh, hold up, wait a second. That was unfortunate. I was not prepared to deal with that. My hands were on my keyboard. Alright, okay. You know what? Oh, fucking hell, man. This is real not good. This is real not good shit. First off, I wanted to look at the map to see where was infected, which it turns out is here. And then following that, I was like, oh, I need to take some of those immunity boosters I just bought. As soon as I try and do that, a rat comes at me. Jesus Christ. Actually, my infection is obviously bad enough for the game to be telling me about it, so maybe I should do something about that as well. Ugh. Maybe not just yet. If I get my immunity up, my infection shouldn't raise at any particularly rapid speed. How's my exhaustion? Exhaustion's really low, so I'm not going to sleep anytime soon, so maybe I should just use... yeah, I'll just use a couple bandages, I think. This whole stockpiling for tomorrow thing is not going especially well, I'm not going to lie. It's not going great right now, considering I'm just absolutely churning through all the supplies I have. Oh good, a lemon and an egg. This guy has some of the ingredients for pancakes. I'm very proud of him. Like what? I get it, supplies are scarce, like we've been over this 100 times, but it still just gets me every time. Every single time I go to a shop in this game and it's like, hey, this is a food shop. We sell a single bottle of milk, you know? It's like, that's not how this should go, honestly. Is that guy getting involved? He is. Don't see that very often. Stabby McGee's trying to stab that woman, and this other guy's like, I'm gonna fight you. Did he like hit him by accident or something? How did this happen? He needs to fucking slow down. Are you going for me now, are you? Okay. Kind of hoping you go for the other dude, but I guess I'm the easier target, being a small child and all. Thank you. Whoa, 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 what? Why? Fuck this game, man. Fuck this game in the bumhole. Like, I didn't deserve that, I don't think. I did not deserve to be stealth attacked by a knife man. I'm pretty dedicated to the cause, right? I'm pretty on board with the pathologic lifestyle, and as a result, I don't think I need to be hazed this way anymore. I think I should be treated with a modicum of respect for having completed 2 campaigns. Just a modicum, not too much. Just a little bit of respect. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, you know. As the great Aretha Franklin once said. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Really careful, because I'm assuming this knife... Oh, he's over there. He comes running in. He comes running in from the side. Also going for the woman, I should add. I don't think that random dude can hit me. They're both going for random dude, though, I think. Not anymore, they're not. Now they're both going for me. At least if I've got them both in my sights, like... yeah. A lot easier to deal with them if they're both in front of me, you know? And win a 2-on-1, they're just queuing up to fight me. the problem arises when they're getting a little bit more frisky with it, you know? And they're emerging from the child's play park to stab me in the spine. That's when we got an issue on our hands. Okay, I can't remember what I was doing before all that happened. Sure, it would have been nice if I'd got something good for killing them. Like less than 1,000 coins. Oh wow, exciting. Just picked up 3 coins just walking around then. Much easier ways of getting rich, you know? Huzzah! What you got for me? Please be useful. Please be helpful. Thank you! That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, man. Pleasure. Pleasure doing business with you. Absolute joy doing business with you. Never have I been more ecstatic to do business with a bald man. Clock's going to tick over pretty soon, right? So I might as well hang out near the theatre so I can just see the performance immediately.
The day is over.
There it is.
Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theatre.
Yay! Yay! Nothing I like more than a mime performance. Nothing cheers me up more than seeing mimes do their thing. Really is the most unappreciated of the art forms, mimery. I feel really harsh now because that was very sarcastic, but like, yeah, I guess people put effort into being mimes. That's a thing people are passionate about, and all power to them and all. But I don't get it. I don't get it, and I never will. You know.
So here we are.
So much blood was spilled.
Spilled? You mean by accident? Something you had nothing to do with?
It had to be done so that we could move forward. We're on the path to victory. Don't you agree?
We are. Now we know how to fight Sanpest for real. False rumors have been disproven. It's no demon. These are just tiny particles that die quickly if they can't bite into hot blood.
People fear Katarina's prophecy.
People only fear bloodshed when it's their blood and their shed.
Blood. Blood is nothing but a nutritional medium. He who sows blood reaps a ripe harvest.
I mean, I'm pretty certain, I can't remember specifically, but I'm pretty certain all of these are the same for each character. I distinctly remember the bloodshed line, and it gets me every time, and I've seen this as well before. It is nice to revisit them, see if I can take any more meaning from them each time though. Honestly, like, for the other characters, this was like a pretty cool turning point, in that like it represented the town coming to the side of logic and reason and science, and being like, hey, yeah, it's just a disease. We can battle this. We know how it works. We don't have to get too nuts about this. But coming at it as Clara, and having just met the Shabnakadir, it's like, maybe we should pay a little bit more credence to the legends and the myths of our town. You know, maybe there's a good reason we believe in this shit. You know what I mean? Okay, what's infected over this side? Okay, actually that's not too bad. It's really only Eva's house that we're losing there, and she's barely a footnote, honestly, in Clara's story. So we have access to the cathedral and the canes. The whole The whole of the knot seems fine, and... Oh wait, the whole of Earth is fine as well, actually. It's really just this area that's infected. Why did I get a gas cloud earlier when I was over here then? The rat I understand. I think rats linger after an infected area is not infected anymore. Oh, because that was yesterday. Oh, I'm being dumb. I'm being dumb. Yeah, this was still infected yesterday. Now it's not. Okay, yeah, so this is the only no-go area, which probably means we'll get quests to go into that area today, because that's just how this game likes to roll, but for the most part, outside of, you know, any specific reason to go into there, we should be able to avoid it pretty comfortably, which is nice. That's sort of a little bit of peace of mind for me. For day six? Day 6 is this we're going into? I also got a letter, didn't I, earlier, which I didn't read because I was busy at the time. By this evening, I'm going to make a visit to the cathedral. They need me there, I feel, else the worst could happen. Where are you? What do you have on your mind? I've lost your trace once again. I also cannot escape the feeling that the Bachelor and the Haruspecs, the two merciless strangers whom nature itself would command to eliminate each other, have joined forces to destroy me instead. Where are you? I'm worried about you. Let's head to the cathedral, shall we? I may have just missed that, because I'm pretty certain I got that letter before midnight. So I might have had to do that before the day turned, and I just missed a cool thing, but on the off chance that I didn't, let's go have a look, eh? Let's go. Let's just go, eh? Let's just go in general. Onwards, forwards, momentum in a direction. It's important. I picked up enough razors from bad men. Hang on, wait a second. Wait a second, we don't let this thing go about its business. Well, that was impressively bad. I was inside that thing and I slapped at it and it still was able to hit me without me hitting it, and I'm a little bit salty about that, honestly. Just a little bit, but I've only got 3. Thought I'd done a bit more than that. Now, this infection is probably worth doing something about, honestly. It hasn't got it that low, but I'll accept it. P is the button. I'll never learn. I'm going out of my way to not learn. That's actually hit my exhaustion up a little bit, so maybe I will sleep before morning. I don't feel there's a lot of point in improving my reputation if I'm fairly certain it's going to get, you know, forcibly dropped before tomorrow happens. We'll see. We'll see exactly what happens, but I'm not confident. I'm not confident I'm going to get to continue living this idyllic family lifestyle. Oh, she was just like stretching, I guess. She looked like she was like she looked like she was like a zombie or something. She was like hunched over and looked like she was going to be staggering forward, but she was just sort of doing an idle animation that looked a bit weird, I guess. Thought I'd found something cool by the cathedral, but in fact had not. Okay, well, nothing much to see here, unfortunately. As thrilling as this detour was. I guess I shall now go somewhere else. Do we just head back across town to the Sabarovs and sleep until morning? Is that the best plan at this point? I guess so, right? I guess so. It's been a fun little detour. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Alright, buddy. Whoa, steady on, mate. All those punches to the kidney, just runs up and jabs the shit out of him. I love the fighting style of the guards, I really do. Like, I get that they're not using knives because that's against their religion or whatever. I really don't know why they haven't given them guns. I really don't know why they haven't given them any means of, like, actually fighting the bad guys. I mean, this is an awful lot of hypocritical garbage coming out of my mouth, considering I'm very anti-gun in real life and don't believe our police force should be armed, but, like, in this world, it seems odd that they know the streets are crawling with people with knives, and they're just like, yeah, we'll just go at them with our fists. Like, even like a baton or something, you know? Some sort of means of self-defense. Very cool. Getting pretty good at that, I think. Oh, and that's 5. I can do a trade. I can do a trade. Wow, I can do a trade. I don't know why I'm turning into Christopher Walken. But here we are. Such is life sometimes. Right, Sabarov's. Have we been to this shop? Did I swing by this shop in my travels? I don't think I did, right? I actually can't remember now, but I guess I'll check it again. Give me food. Yeah. Give me food, give me fire, give me dawaj abazar. Thank you. Sorry, that's an old Metallica meme, but I think it still holds up. I make zero. Where is he? Where is he? I heard a napalm thrower. There's arson afoot. I heard it. I heard the explosion. I heard the grunting, yelling noise. He's out to get me, I swears it. I swears it. I think I'm probably safe from him now. I've walked enough streets away. Well, but knowing that he could be out there, very upsetting. Well, that's really not what I want, but thanks for the offer anyway. There he is, the napalm guy down there. Definitely isn't the one I was just hearing, but also 2 knife men. This is... The streets are dangerous, man. Things are real bad. Whoops. Things are still real bad. Ah, fuck. I wasn't gonna load because, as previously established, I don't think my reputation's gonna last much longer anyway, but after getting hit, yeah, we'll call that a gross mishap and start again, I think. We can do better. We will do better. He's throwing a knife. That was a great hit, Joe. Right on target. Bang on, that was. Bang on. You're not going to steal my kill, Mr. Guardsman. As long as I can keep this guy shuffling forward, the guard won't be able to hit him. Beautiful. And there was another one just round to the left. He was walking away, so he might have... Oh, he's aggroed a guard but isn't aware of it. There we go. There we go. They've started now. They've begun in earnest. Whoever the fuck Ernest is. Alrighty, chop. Alrighty, chop. Oh, shit. That means no loot for me, doesn't it? That's fine, I suppose. I heard more screaming, so there's another napalm man about. Is he, like, down here? I don't know why I'm looking to find him. I really don't want to... What the fuck, man? That 2 dead guards? This guy's single-handedly taken down 2 guards. That's honestly impressive. Oh. There was a napalm man here. There was, once upon a time. I don't know what killed him. Possibly those guards down there, and then they turned on the knife man, and it all went a bit to shit for him. Oh, wow! This is. It's not a great time to be on the streets. I mean, it is and it isn't, because obviously this is, as previously established, the best way of making money. And best way of maintaining my reputation. But it's also kind of dangerous, you know? Like, I don't know if I can get across here without... What the fuck? Now hold up a second. That inarguably just clipped through the floor. And then... Whatever, sometimes these things happen, you know? A bug is a bug is a bug. I don't know if you can really describe that as a bug so much as just a coding error. Or a design error, even. Don't you dare fucking steal my kill, Mr. Guardsman. Oh, fuck. Fucking hell, dudes. 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 Yeah, you can just throw through that wall, apparently. He just doesn't care. I want to go fight that knife man. And I mean, I guess I can just run past this lad, right? I'm a little bit wary of getting into a fight here in case the napalm guy comes up behind me, but he doesn't really seem to be making any effort to move. Oh, this guy was fucked. That fight with those two guards really did a number on him. I'm actually going to save, because that was a bit of a tense situation there. A little bit. It was a little bit spicy, but we have overcome. You thither. Good save, good save. Well saved, Joe. You planned that one well, I think. I never get tired of these loading screens, man. Nothing I like more than watching a loading screen. I might have to... It's probably too late at this point. Probably should have done this a long time ago, but move... I've still got an old school... Well, it's a hybrid drive. SD / I don't really know how those works, but, you know. They're sort of not as good as an SD, but better than a regular hard drive. But I've got one of them and then an SD drive. Might be better to move Pathologic onto my SD drive to increase loading times, or decrease loading times, I should say. But at this point, like, we've been living with these loading times for however fucking long we've been living with them at this point. Like a year or more. So, seems a bit late in the day to be uninstalling and reinstalling and shit. Especially since I don't know how well it will cope with, with preserving my saves. Infected areas are off. It's not infected, my man. This area is not infected anymore. This is a black area, not a red area. Guards. That was clearly not the option I wanted, was it? Oh wait, you don't trade. I guess the patrolling ones don't trade. I think that is a thing I learned at one point, but I have since forgotten again because my brain is very small and only retains so much information. And most of that information is dedicated to Pokemon, frankly. Ah! Whatever, I'll take the hit, man. I'm going to sleep in a second. You got any loot for me? Ooh! We need more dead guards around here. Absolutely, we need more dead guards around here. So many little presents that they leave. So many little rewards for Joe. That's something. Hey, a wee girly. You got some drugs for me? Didn't know you were out on the street at the moment. Useless. Absolutely useless. Can you barter with them? That girl up ahead. You don't see them on the street very often, so I don't really remember what they do, if anything. You barterable? If nothing makes you warm, then that means there's no warmth inside you. I know the dance. When I dance, I exist. I offer my juices to the earth, luring Twire out of it, but after that, when Twire blooms, I don't get drunk with the odour. So it's you who we owe the Twire blooming to. I don't know if you are to be thanked. Yeah, because the Twire, like, drugs everyone and makes them all a bit silly in the brain, right? So it's not great. Like, even when you're not drinking it, just like in the air, the pollen is like bad for you. It's an established fact of Pathologic, which I did remember. I did remember that one. Look at me go, with my big brain. There was another wee girly just up ahead. Another pleasant child who it looks like is wandering rapidly into the arms of a serial killer. Where did she go? Wait, she actually just disappeared. She actually just vanished. Did I imagine her in the first place? Was she ever really real? Used to say at this point, oh, that's 7. Well, fuck it, I'll pay it. I'll pay it. I don't care. Was it her? Was that the one I already traded with? We'll find out. It's worth finding out, because I do need more infection busters. No, you're the one who just had bullets. I ain't afraid of Sandpest. Hey, that works, that's syllables. God, I could be a songwriter. Not even that hard, is it? Bustin' makes me feel good. Anything to add?
Shouldn't have put so much at stake. There's nothing we can do now.
Clara, have you heard what happened at the cathedral? No, what? People who'd been try that again. People who'd been in the streets and faced the threat of infection were being sheltered at the cathedral per the bachelor's orders. He had something in between a shelter and an isolation ward set up there. Last night a disease carrier infiltrated it and infected the entire crowd with the sand plague. That's why my reputation's gonna get bombed. Because everyone thought it was Clara who did that, didn't they? I remember this. That's horrible. Are they all dead? Yeah, it's almost 400 people. That's a lot in one little cathedral. And I have no doubt that the real culprit behind our present calamity is going to meet her end today. Who could it be? I'm positive that a certain Yulia Lyoricheva is the perpetrator. Items belonging to her have been found at the cathedral. Waste no time, or she will escape the reckoning. Expose that warlock, or else somebody will warn her. Or accuse somebody else, yes? Will you and Katerina love me as before? Will you not give me up if they ask for my head? Who would ever demand that from us? I am the governor. The Kanes are devastated by the loss of Simon, and I've just found out that the Olgimpskis are equally devastated. The Termitary affair has come to light in view of the Inquisitor's arrival tomorrow. You are our heiress. You will carry on when we are no more. Who could tell me how to approach Julia? He's fond of Ava, and Ava, it seems, is in the infected district today. Try talking to Ava. Well, I didn't expect to get a quest at 2 in the morning, but okay, I guess. I'm still going to sleep first, though, if that's alright. I've got, I've got important stats to deal with right now. I'm going to try just using 1. I don't think I need 2. Just my usual 4 hours. 4 hours a night is all you need for sleep. That's true. Fact. Given known fact. Nobody has ever needed to sleep for more than 4 hours. Immunity's fucked. Hunger's fucked. Jesus Christ, I can't win round here, can I? J6, faithful for the Changeling, who loses everything in the beginning but gains a lot by the end of it. Alright. When am I going to lose everything then? How am I going to lose everything? How's this going to go down? I know I should be very afraid. Do you have anything else to add now that it's morning?
Yes.
Good luck to you. Let me help help me crush the traitors. I have a feeling that this is the last time we're talking like this, a loving father and an obedient daughter. Katarina, do you have anything to add? Do you have any little extra tidbits of information for me? Perhaps someone else you want me to chase down today for unknown reasons? Katarina.
Those whom you save will speak for themselves.
It's time to address the younger generation of the feudals. What will you ask of me today? Today we'll attempt to convert Vlad the Younger. We'll search for allies among the termites. Whatever you say. I've thought of approaching Victor. He's a more powerful figure, but the Utopians are much too fierce. Our escapade yesterday must have infuriated Maria. How do I approach Vlad the Younger? He's a simple person who doesn't need recommendations or introductions. That said, he is cynical. We need an incentive. He loves money most of all, but he has other weaknesses too. After all, he's not digging the well for money. I doubt he's looking for treasure there. So what am I to do? Ask his sister what he likes besides money. She'll be eager to talk about him. As soon as her light-filled thoughts fly towards him, he will feel Capella's sorrow for him. This will soften him and place him in our hands. That's what I'll do then. That seems fairly straightforward. I know it's not gonna be, but it seems it. So far, like this, none of this seems too bad. I mean, obviously there's the whole permanent war going on in the streets at the moment. War in the streets. Meridorm in the sheets, you know? As they say. Okay. I tried. But yeah, we speak to Capella, we speak to Vlad, we speak to Eva, we speak to Yulia, like... Easy, right? Easy stuff. What could possibly go wrong? I'm sure no one's going to ask any favours of me that involve me getting stabbed, shot at, poisoned, plagued, or otherwise murdered in horrible, horrible ways. I'm sure it'll all be just fine. Because I mean, why would they? I'm but a mere child. I don't deserve such heinous abuse. Really needs to be a loot button on my controller. I can deal with switching between mouse and keyboard and controller for other things, but looting is just the worst. It really is. Yeah, I lost my bearings for a second there. This is the theatre. I thought it was the courtyard park bit to the south, near Vlad the Younger's house. Keep up the good work, soldier. Hello, Mr. Drunkard Man. I have need of you, once again. Expert trades. What? What? Yep, oh, yeah. No. Yep. Oh. There we go. Nothing to worry about. Well, okay. Where did you come from? He was lurking, this fella. He was lurking real hard. Going really hard on the lurk. Yeah. Easy. Ooh, a lockpick. Finally, one of these fucking pays off. This whole, like... You need to find somewhere to shelter, everyone's gonna turn on you, prepare for the worst tomorrow message I got, like... Hasn't really come to pass, has it? It's not been quite what I expected, honestly. I really thought, you know, once I remembered about the cathedral thing, that would break and immediately my reputation would be ruined and... Like, the Sabarovs would throw me out the house and stuff, and like, it would all just be a big, horrible mess. But honestly, this feels like a regular day so far. Is there a big green line there? Is it my eyes or like the lighting or what? Like this line looks green in certain... Whatever. Let's not worry about it.
The children no longer remember me.
Maybe you should leave your house occasionally then, love. Oh, it's you again. Have you forgotten something? What are you talking about? It's been a while since we last met. What measure is a while? What did we talk about? You asked if I could hide you away in a safe place, somewhere you won't be found by your persecutors, so I told you. Ah, so what's the place? In the atrium, of course. Are you making fun of me? Is this a joke? Look, I want to talk to you. Your older brother, what kind of person is he? People say you don't love him. I do love him very much, and he loves me. We have a great affection for each other. Why do they say that then when you two don't talk to each other? And haven't seen each other for a year? All he ever thinks of is money. Well, money and step law. He's crazy about it, but even that doesn't make him a good conversationalist. Step law. Yes, the legends and the myths, the rites and traditions. By the way, he asked for a book on fairy tales. My friends have copied one for him. But you are a step law character yourself, it would seem. Yes, I think he'll be glad to see me. Okay, I mean, that's something, I guess. Is that a hook? Is that good enough for a hook? To be like, hey, you got your sister to have her friends copy you a fairy tale book and now you don't speak to her? Like, is that helpful? I guess we'll find out, won't we? Can but try. Be with you in 1 second, Mr. Drunkard Man. Ooh, gold ring. I have so much shit for trades and not enough people to trade it with, it's getting quite upsetting at this point. I'll take that. I'll take that, thank you. Appreciate it. Go about your day. I'm gonna have to, at some point fairly soon, whenever I get a bit of downtime, do a bit of housebreaking, see if I can find a little girl to repeatedly reload and get some more Schmalder out of. Speaking of, actually, how's everyone doing today? Oh, everyone's good. Everyone's good. That's good to know. I've only got 2 Schmalder left, and I don't think they're all going to remain good, but for right now, we don't have to be too concerned about that. Blood. Hey.
They say Inquisitors can do anything. Their power is unrestricted.
Is the Inquisitor here then? Is that today? I've not seen there's usually like a cutscene when she arrives, right? Where she hangs a bunch of people. Yeah, she's not here yet. I guess she's just on people's minds because she's coming. Come closer, I'm not afraid of you. I see you're in low spirits. I'm burdened by a heavy sin, my dear child. Just a day ago, I was waiting for you to come. I wanted to open my heart to you. If you were truly a saint, you'd be hearing my confession now, but it turns out you've tricked everyone. The holy healer has revealed her demonic grin. Capella has asked me to bring you your old book of fairy tales. Let me see. No, that's not our book of fairy tales. This one has some that weren't included in the Tale of the Sons. And not even in the U-gun. My sister had them copied by hand. Apparently these things have never been written down before. Thank you. Just a little while ago, a present like this would have made me very happy. And now? And now it's reminding me that there's probably no use trying to get to the bottom of things that people aren't meant to know. I'm even wondering if I haven't incurred the Earth's wrath by inflicting such a wound on it. I guess I'll surrender to the worms at the termitary. That's the thing to do. What for? It will be a symbolic death. Tomorrow the Inquisitor will reopen the termitary to find out who and when gave the order to board it up. And I've made up my mind. I won't wait until I'm dragged out by the ear. I'm going to surrender voluntarily to those I subjected to such tortures and executions. Good grief, what's going on? Seems like I'm lagging behind the events. Nothing more to add?
Don't tell me that's not what you were expecting.
Look, I wanted to talk to you. Will you answer my questions candidly and without prejudice? No, I won't say anything. I am the kind of condemned man who doesn't need a confession. No matter what I've undertaken lately, my senses keep failing me. It's as if I've been replaced by a double. Why? What? You're asking me? No, of course not. I was just thinking aloud. She spoke to me in a dream and she said, I've made a mistake, for I wanted to do the right thing, but instead I've lost my gifts, exhausted my powers, and dissolved into a crowd of the same people. I need to go into hiding now to avoid their false accusations. An alarm bell can be seen from the window of the house where I find shelter. The air is glowing hot all around it. Before long, the toll will heavily over Gorkon. Sure. Alright, I guess I failed that quest. Or maybe that's just what's meant to happen. It seems like my magically induced sister has got here first and sort of used her wiles to talk him into surrendering himself. We wanted him on side, but it seems like he's instead just going to sacrifice himself because he's the one who ordered the termitary to be locked up, and that caused the deaths of people? Is that correct? I don't know. Oh, fucking hell, this place is crawling. Literally crawling. We can not aggro that second knife man yet. That'll be real cool. I don't know how far back I can go here before I back into a fence. It was close. It was close. Skin of my teeth shit that was. Let's save, because I see a rat up ahead as well. This is all potential to go pretty nasty pretty quickly. Yeah, we'll send the guard in to deal with Mr. Napalm Death over there. You suffer, but why? Yeah, we'll just, honestly, I don't care about fighting that knife man. I don't care right now. I've got things to attend to. I have business. Hello. Whoa, Cloud. Forgot about those. Jesus. But Jesus. Oh, but Jesus. Calm down. Calm down there. There's no need for it. There's no need for it at all. Oh no. Well, look at that. 2 swings, 2 kills. There is some shit going on around that corner, but I wanted that needle. Jesus Christ. So the napalm dudes are trying to purge the infection from the streets by killing all the infected people, but they're also killing everyone else as well. It's a hole, you know? It's just a hole.
Is it true that an albino was killed in Earth?
No, that's not true. That wasn't you at the cathedral last night, was it? It wasn't. Wait, hang on.
Don't you think
What
my
happened at the
colors-
cathedral? Don't you know, a woman sneaked mysteriously into the cathedral at dawn, passing through walls and doors. She kissed the lips of everyone who was sheltered there and gave them gifts. They all died. And the things they were clutching in their hands, those were Yulia's belongings. But it wasn't Yulia, was it? Oh no, the main suspect is a completely different person. Yes, Clara, it's you. And Yulia herself wants to talk to you. Will she agree to answer my questions candidly and without prejudice? I think you'll be the one doing the answering, and don't try to mesmerize her. Those things don't work on Yulia. She's a rationalist. Be careful not to let her trap you instead. Oh, how I'd like to have a frank conversation with her. Then seize the moment. She'll spill the beans now. I'll try. Okay. Honestly, I like that. I like that. I think Yulia is probably the most likely character to be in that sort of scenario where, yeah, she'll just speak frankly with you. You can both just chat and clear the air a bit, you know? I like that. I like that a lot. Everyone else is just like constantly talking in webs and deceptions, and it's nice that there's a character who will just, you know, wants to get to the bottom of things as much as you do, and will work together with you on it even if she is actively against you. This is not good because he's backing me into the infected area and I don't want to be there. I was almost considering just sort of standing there and letting him stab me so that I could fight him without risk of further infection, but I guess it worked out alright in the end. Okay, now I've been going 50 minutes, I should be wrapping up really. I think we can, yeah, we can run over to Yulia and have a quick chat with her first. Like, what's the worst that could happen between here and there, he says. I'm a threat to myself, I really am. We're not going to loot anything, we're not going to fight anything, we're just heading straight for Yulia. Pure beeline potential, this is. Pure beeline. Why? I'm thinking about it now for the first time ever, because I don't often think about the words I say. The phrase a beeline means to go directly somewhere, but I don't think bees do that. I've seen bees. They're called bumblebees for a reason, right? They full on bumble about. They take the most indirect route from A to B, if anything, you know? Now, as the crow flies, that one might have a bit more something to it. But a beeline? Nah, I don't believe in a beeline. I know I said I wasn't going to get distracted from A to B, but I mean, I have to a degree, don't I? Ah, fuck. She had 3 items. That was such a positive potential there. Like, there's so much capacity for her to have one of those items be a Schmauder. And yet. Oh, cool. I'm gonna keep trading these off these girls because I'm gonna need them, I think. Having a lot of infection problems lately. And those things don't come cheap over the counter, so definitely the best way of getting them. Indubitably. Undoubtedly. Unfailingly. Inarguably. And other such words. Yulia! 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 Hello.
Bachelor is after the killer once again? 3rd time's the charm?
Yet again I'm graced by your visit. A genuinely fortunate occasion. Yulia, what happened at the cathedral? Wait a minute, is the cigarette smoke bothering you? Shall I open a window? Let's talk, Clara. Let's discuss fateful invariability. Where laws of nature are concerned, Clara, you are a salient exception. But what does it suggest? I don't know, what does it suggest? Do you really have to ask? The item they found at the cathedral was my present to you. There are people who saw me give it to you, and they will testify if need be. What? I've never even seen you before. I don't think that's strictly true, but whatever. Tell your stories to someone else, my dear. I am impervious to your chicanery. I won't surrender to the Inquisitor, although you shouldn't go back to the Sabarovs if you know what's good for you. You are proven guilty, and they have used your head as a guarantee to stay their own execution. It would appear the powers that be didn't value their accomplishments too highly. The Sabarovs have adopted me. They wouldn't have believed such an absurd lie. The Bachelor paid a visit to Alexander. He made an offer that Sabarov simply could not refuse. Well, they still have some affection for you, so I don't think they're going to have you arrested. However, you will no longer find shelter with them. Where will you stay? You can rest your head at my place if you agree to humour me with a heartfelt confession. Confession? I don't know anything about myself either. That's beyond question. Why else would I be so interested? All the evil deeds that I've been accused of were committed by my sister. Is that so? Who took my comb then? The one that was found in the cathedral? Who took Lara's shawl and Anna's jewellery? who pled guilty to Alexander the day before. That was all her. The Bachelor is an astute, perspicacious man. It's only a matter of time before he figures out which line of inquiry is the most feasible. Before then, you could tell me. Where does your sister stand in relation to you? How did she come to be? I doubt your inelegant fabrications were enough to bring her to life. But what am I to do? Depends on who's asking. If you're innocent, you should seek out the Bachelor before he finds you himself. Speaking of which, a corpse was found yesterday with its heart removed. A ghastly crime indeed, but the Bachelor, he figured out an absolutely scintillating way to use it to serve your own ends. He compares the blood he took from the corpse to the other blood specimens he has collected. So, if you're guilty, you may rest assured that this is going to end soon. All the guards are following you, and they will be here any minute. I'll go and look for him. I guess... No? Wait. Aha. I mean, that's where Clara found the Bachelor during the Bachelor's campaign. But I guess it's worth checking all of these 3 places first. Anyway, that's all for next time because I've gone way too long already. Thank you, as ever, for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!